I just wanted to talk about this one story that happened a few years ago, and it kind of left quite an impact on me, if you were to see. And me and my friends, we were in Kabini about 3 years ago, and Kabini is famous for its beautiful forests and mostly its wildlife, so to say. We just happened to plan this on a random Wednesday afternoon, and we just said, let's just go and see what happens. So we just packed our bags and left to Kabini. We drove all the way there from Bangalore. Took us about, say, 4 hours to get there. We had already booked like the place and everything, so it was sorted. So we started early morning, pretty much chill, pretty much nice, everything going fine, and the place is such beautiful. You're surrounded by a nice river, and the whole lodge is quite interesting, to be fair. And we had to book this safari, like with the place we stayed, like the resort that we stayed, they offered us a couple of safaris that we could go on, and one of them happened to be a water safari, which we were very intrigued from. And yeah, we said we'll do the water safari, and then we'll do the normal jeep safari later next morning. So we kind of took rest after that, like just getting fresh and everything before starting out the water safari. So we just head out to this water safari when it was time, and then we are all excited. We have all our camera gears, the binoculars, and it was quite fun, just pretty much excited. You have that butterflies in your stomach kind of feeling, you're excited for something. And the boys were like really excited for exploring wildlife in general. So we'd head out, and then there are like people standing to get into their boats, and there's like 6 to 7 uh, 6 7 sorry 6 7 boats which is waiting to collect all the people around. And the names of the boats were quite interesting. One of them was called Cheetah, another one was called Panther, and we happened to climb on the one called Leopard. Nothing significant, it was just quite exciting for us to be on a boat called Leopard, I guess. So we hop on into Leopard, and Leopard has this driver, quite an interesting driver, I must say. Quite the person who knows stuff about wildlife. He started talking the usual stuff, usual sightings about all the animals that he sees on daily basis on that safari. And us boys, we were all intrigued. We are kind of asking questions like, do you see like wild cats? Do you get to see the Black Panther? So the infamous Black Panther in Kabini is quite a rare sight to catch. In all honesty, we were there just for the Black Panther, to be fair. But deep down, we know it was just not possible because of how rare it is to sight one. We just kind of going around checking. We just see the beautiful lush greenery all around the forest. We are right there in between the forest, and the river is long as well. We see quite a few mesmerizing birds, quite a different few species of them, to be precise, and some alligators. And we saw like a family of elephants as well, which was quite fun. There was this one small elephant which was creating sort of chaos around, and it was just having the time of its life, and we were always ready with the camera clicking pictures and everything. And there was this certain feeling with us that we just wanted to see something just not normal, right? Like elephants, fair enough, very pretty, very beautiful, alligators, all different kinds of birds, kingfisher. We also saw deers, right? Deers are very pretty, they're very cute, adorable animals. Deers are very nice. And so someone just contacted our leopard, right? The panther contacted the leopard saying that there's quite an intense activity happening around the inner side of the forest, which we got through the jeep safari. So everyone is panicking, everyone is excited, like, oh, something, an animal has just been roaming around, and we were like, oh, we're intrigued to find out what animal that was, right? So our boat kind of heads down towards this bunch of deers that are standing and just standing over the edge of the river, and then they're just kind of being by themselves, and then there's monkeys are just climbing from this tree to that tree, and everything is quite normal and nice. So we kind of grab the binoculars in hope of seeing something, and I'm right in front of, I was sitting on the first seat on the boat where I could directly see everything happening in front of my eyes, and I could tell you that the air suddenly started to feel different, you know. My heart just kept sunking in, and there was this weird sort of feeling in my stomach, and it's kind of, I started feeling nervous all of a sudden, and the air completely changed. Everyone just got suddenly quiet. The deer stopped moving, as if someone froze them, as if it was ice age and they were just froze there. Everyone just froze in that moment. Not a single thing moving around. The monkey stopped making noises, and they was just still. Everything just quiet, still. Even the water. Not a single speck of sound was made in those 20 seconds. That 20-second felt like a lifetime. And there it was. The monkey call, right? The monkey shouted on top of its lung. All the deer scattered, the monkeys ran away, everyone hid. And out comes through those bushes. I can still remember it. It was a very magnificent, a beautiful, shining, scary, huge tiger. That moment changed everything for me. The majestic steps that it took to reach the shore. Even every walk that it took was mesmerizing and magnificent, and I can't explain you the sight that I saw that day. It was floating on those green grass. It was something special. It was different. It was not normal. I have seen tigers before, but this one I could tell was not the normal one. And I grabbed my binoculars to see it closely. I couldn't tell you how I felt. I am speechless. I cannot describe the feeling, the kind of emotions that went through my mind and body. The tiger was amazing. The moment, everything from the moment it came, it strolled, it was sitting as if everything was his. The world belonged to him. Everyone just awe, starstruck. It was as if he had conquered the entire world. It was as if the moment was his. He was the author of his story. He is what poems are written for. He was the king of everything around. And we were just starstruck. The charisma, the aura, or so to say, was beyond something that could only be described as normal. It changed me as a man. It's changed me of who I could be. It showed me who I can be. When I locked my eyes with him, it was the single most scary thing in my life. It was as if I was looking at myself and saying, this could be you. You are the tiger. It's just a reflection of who you could be, the million dreams that you could do, the potential that you have. So there it is. The biggest enemy of a man is himself. Good night.